Hey my beautifuls, it's me Alyssa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little update for you guys on my foot. It's been a while. I thought I waited long enough to do an update because I didn't want to do these so frequently because, you know, it's just my foot. Didn't want to make a big deal out of it. And stuff like that. So this is quite some weeks since my last update, but I do have somewhat of an update for you guys. So I thought this vlog would be the perfect vlog because I'm gonna try to vlog the next thing that happens, and stuff like that. So stay tuned. Okay? Okay, so if I sound like a little bit weird and off, I'm recovering from a cold. I had a cold this weekend. And I haven't filmed for 2 weeks because I just have been just very kind of sluggish and stuff like that. And this was probably my body telling me that, you know, Alyssa, you need to take a break because you've been working so hard on trying to get videos filmed and uploaded and editing and thumbnail editing and stuff like that. So, and yeah, I had some headaches and past here and there for the past 2 weeks. And then ended up with a sinus cold. So, over the weekend. So I'm trying to breathe. So if I sniffle, I'm going to be really sorry about it. But I don't know how to deal with these things well. So, yeah. So I'm trying really hard. I'm surprised I even actually put makeup on today. It's a miracle. And I'm filming this. It's a miracle for that. But I have videos to get done. I can't just let them slide. So, yeah. And I probably look pale as a ghost underneath. I looked so horrible. I didn't even put on mascara today because my eyes are killing me. So, that's my little update as to what's been happening for the past 2 weeks. But this video is mainly about what's been going on for the past couple of months since I last updated you about my foot. As you guys know, I had foot surgery. So, yeah. My brain is going to be a little bit fuzzy for a little bit. Because my sinus cold was so bad, I had a headache. So yeah, it's not fun. But I'm hanging on. Okay. So, I actually, and the thing is, I think the reason probably why I waited to talk about this because I already know how this is going to go probably. Or, I already know what this already gets a bad rep for. So, my orthopedics, since I was having some problems with my foot after recovering, I was having problems with a certain little area incision in my foot that was having trouble closing because it was perforating tissue out. Since I don't have great blood flow or circulation down there, I can't feel my feet or anything. So down in one of the incisions, you know, that was actually on my foot. The other incision that I have on my foot is actually down the middle, kind of like where my ankle kind of stops and then goes down. That one healed fine because I have good circulation up into that mid-range point, and then the foot area is just a complete no. So the thing is, with me having bad circulation, because I have spina bifida, this also can occur in people that have diabetes. They can have lots of blood circulation problems within their feet, which is why a lot of people with diabetes usually get parts of cut off on their foot, which is really sad. And I know several people who have had that problem. So it doesn't just occur in people with spina bifida, but it does happen in people that have poor circulation down in their feet. Things either take longer to heal or just there's just not like a good blood flow. So I don't have like a really good blood flow down there. Like blood does flow down there. I do know that it does flow down there because doctors have told me that there is blood flow down there, just not the greatest because of my spina bifida. So, since the tissue kept perforating and stuff, like, it was, what essentially was happening, like, it kept kind of opening, but it wasn't, like, open, it was just tissue that kept perforating out, just, like, little tissue things, and it would just bleed. So, but the stitch inside had dissolved, but it just kept perforating tissue out, which is kind of weird in a sense. So I had my orthopedics, since he wasn't sure what else to do anymore, he thought the best thing I would have to go see was a plastic surgeon. And that's where I kind of felt like, probably like most people, when you hear the word plastic surgeon. I was like, really? Like, never in my life did I ever think I would see a plastic surgeon in my life. I have never thought of plastic surgery. I have never had any thoughts of wanting any. I, like, don't have any of that kind of desire to go do it. If there are people out there that want to go do it, go ahead. But I actually was very nervous when he said that I needed to go see one, because it's like, why? So he recommended me to go see a plastic surgeon. So like, he literally sent a picture of my foot to the plastic surgeon, and they said they would be willing to see me. Now, the plastic surgeon that I went to go see actually works with my orthopedics doctor, so they know each other. So, and it was in the area where I actually had my surgery done. Now, the thing is, also why these updates take so long is because it takes me a long time to get to a doctor. Because as you guys know, I am disabled. I don't drive. I can't drive anyway because of the no sensation in my feet, so I would not be able to feel if my foot was on the pedal or not. So that would be kind of a very bad thing if I was driving. So that's one of the main reasons why I don't drive. And you're probably also wondering why I don't take medical transportation. Well, that's another big fail in this system of being disabled. They're not reliable. I have used medical transportation for years. There was a point in time where I did use them for years, and then they were just not good anymore. Well, actually, the years that I was using them, on and off and on, and things like that, they always made you late, or you had to wait at wherever you were for hours for them to get back to you. Like, I literally came home sick from the hospital a lot of times because of waiting for transportation. I think that was one of the biggest reasons why I probably ended up getting sick at hospitals and stuff, because as you guys know, I have bladder issues, so a lot of my doctors were in physical hospitals, like not just little doctor offices, they were like in physical hospitals, and far, far away, because if you want to be treated for what you have and see doctors that know your condition, you got to travel far. There is no doctors close enough to where you live to be able to treat you for what you have. Like, that's just how it goes. And I could probably sit here and talk to you guys about how screwed up this medical thing is of being disabled. Because while I do accept myself for being disabled and stuff like that, there are so many flaws in the system. And people think it's so simple and easy, but it's not. So, I had to wait on and off, to go actually see doctors and stuff like this in between, my recovery process. Because they kind of wanted to almost see me almost every 2 weeks for making sure this little tiny area of my foot was closing and healing properly. So, I did go see a plastic surgeon, and it was kind of scary, to say the least. I have anxiety, so because of my spina bifida. If you guys don't know, that people with spina bifida do have anxiety. So I'm not just here to flaunt around saying, you know, I have anxiety like the rest of all these YouTubers most likely have. Mine's actually coming from an actual condition. So, and I've been traumatized for years of, you know, of being in hospitals and seeing tons of doctors and being poked and prodded. So, you know, I've experienced a lot of trauma, and for my surgeries, probably should talk about those things, maybe in the future, so you guys can know. But yeah, there are things I remember. There are also things that are like really fuzzy about a lot of things that I had done, because I think intentionally what the brain tries to do is tries to forget certain things so you don't have to remember any painful moments in your life. So I think for me, a lot of things either get blurry together or I just don't remember it anymore, because either my brain blocked it out or it was just so bad it just doesn't want to remember it. But I did go see a plastic surgeon that, you know, worked with my orthopedics, and the reason why he told me to go see a plastic surgeon was because he told me that plastic surgeons not only, you know, do plastic surgery and stuff like that, but this plastic surgeon, baby son, what are you doing? But this plastic surgeon that worked with my orthopedic doctor, he worked on cases where he, you know, he had to close up certain incisions, and in order to reduce the amount of infection one can have if they're like disabled or stuff. And my orthopedics worked on a lot of people that had like either scoliosis and, you know, spine bifida and stuff. So and he worked on like a lot of, you know, surgical back surgeries as well, and, you know, foot surgeries, and you know, works on the legs and stuff like that. So what he told me was that plastic surgeons are not just, you know, a plastic surgeon. They also help try to reduce the amount of infections by letting a plastic surgeon sew up the patient to reduce and have more of a less amount of infection build up. Because I guess plastic surgeons have a special way of closing one person up, but that was kind of the main genre of what my orthopedics had told me as to why I should go see a plastic surgeon, because they're kind of more qualified for that when it comes to incision healing, apparently. So that was something that I learned. So I learned that, you know, plastic surgeons are not just for plastic surgery like most people probably think. So he said that on a lot of his cases of, you know, working with people that have scoliosis and spina bifida, he had a plastic surgeon there. So in the back of my brain, I was like, why wasn't he on? Why didn't you invite him into my surgery and have him close me up? Maybe this wouldn't have happened, maybe. There's always those little what ifs, you know. But what he told me was, you know, everybody is different, so things don't always go the way you plan them to, or they just don't heal, you know, the way you think it would. So, and the thing is, my foot surgery was a lot. It was a lot of trauma, because, you know, I wasn't just having some incisions put in. No, there was bone moving around and stuff like that. So, you know, it wasn't just making just simple little incisions here and there, and there was like doing simple things. Like, my foot went through literal trauma, and literally not only that, but affected the way my whole body was for quite a while. For the couple of weeks that I was recovering and stuff, I felt absolutely drained. I was literally in my bed for weeks. Like, I couldn't even walk around because I wasn't allowed to walk around. And I'm not good at hopping on one foot because I don't have good balance. And because of my spinal condition, you know, can't really do things if you don't have the strength to do it. I do have good upper body strength, in case anybody was wondering. I have good upper body strength, but when it comes to lower body extremities, not the greatest. Like, I don't even bend much. Like, I don't even try to bend to get on the floor a lot of the times, because I know if I do, I would not get up, because one, I wouldn't even know. I would probably break an ankle trying to get up. Like, that's how bad I am with lower body stuff. Like, I don't have a lot of strength in my legs or in my feet. And I did have physical therapy for quite some years. Hi, Rose. It's okay. But yeah, so I did see a plastic surgeon for 2 days, because that's how long it took for this process. I thought I was gonna have to stay there. I thought I was gonna have to see him longer. Because walking into the environment of the plastic, and this was like literally in a new building. Like, they literally just got into like this new building too, which is kind of weird. It was kind of like in a big kind of corporate, I think, kind of building. Like, there was like tons of like different, I guess, like companies out all in there. So, and it was a big huge building that I had to go in. Like, it looked like it was freshly built and stuff, if that makes any sense. So I did see him 2 times. I saw him August 15th, where I had my first time seeing him, and he had to put on the stuff that would burn the perforated tissue away. This sounds really awful. This sounds really weird that they have to burn the stuff away. And it's a good thing I don't have feeling in my feet, but my brain knows how to react to things. So even if I am not feeling it, my brain knows that it's probably not okay. I think that's what happens to me. So my brain kind of sometimes tells me that you should be feeling something, you know? And I think a lot of the times I would lie to doctors a lot of the time, that I did have feeling in my feet a lot. And that's what my mom had said to me a lot of the times when I was growing up. Because I think the brain knew how to react to something that I was seeing being done, but wasn't actually feeling it. So they took like these little long kind of like, they looked like really long matchsticks, and at the bottom there was like a type of like black thing, and it burned. I don't remember the name of it, and that's the really bad part of me, as I don't remember really big, huge kind of names like these things. So I'm really sorry, but it was this very huge, long matchstick. There's a rose swan. It was a very huge, long kind of matchstick that had this black stuff at the end, and what it was supposed to do was burn away like the perforated tissue and stuff. So he took like a couple of those and tried to literally burn as much as he could away, so that it would just like all die off the perforated tissue and would like close up and heal. And I saw him again 2 weeks later after that, on the 29th of August. And that was the last time I saw him, because my foot had finally healed. Like, it literally burned away. Like, all that was left on it was... Baby Swan, what are you doing? All that was left on it was like dead, was all the burnt away, like dead kind of perforated tissue that I was just letting fall off on its own. I was not going to pick at it like it was like some type of scab or anything, because I didn't even want to see if anything was going to fall off or anything. So most of that has actually fallen off pretty much on its own. Some of it I think is still a little bit stuck there, but I'm letting it fall off on its own. I'm not going to bother with it. And at this point on, I wasn't allowed to wash my foot for a while because of the perforated tissue was still there. So I wasn't allowed to wash my foot until it was fully healed. So I've been washing it. It's somewhat very much healed now. Like, it looks very much closed. Just waiting for all that stuff, that dead stuff, to fall off on its own. I'm not bothering with it because I don't need any more problems. I don't know what Rose is doing. What are you doing, honey? Stop that. So, yeah. As for my experience being in a plastic surgery, I have no desires of wanting plastic surgery ever in my life. Never. I have no desires. I don't have any. If there are people out there that want to do it, go ahead. That's your choice for whatever reasons you do. But to me, since I deal with anxiety and stuff, I just feel like being in the judgment zone when I walked in. For the 2 times I had to walk in there and waiting in like the waiting room area, like, and also I noticed that there was a lot of there was a lot of older people. There was old people in the plastic surgeon's office waiting to be seen. There was all different kinds of ages. And the thing is, even he was seeing patients that I guess like had their fingers removed and stuff. I'm not sure as to why. But I think what I'm trying to get at is that plastic surgeons are not just plastic surgeons for, you know, what most people think, for getting like their face reconstructed and stuff like that, or those type of things. They go kind of somewhere beyond compare. Like, I'm thinking from what I've seen and from what I had done, and things like that. I think he deals with incision healing. I think he makes sure there's like a lesser risk for that happening. And I guess I don't know what he does with old people, but like there was like older people there waiting to be seen. So maybe he deals with, you know, some things you get when you're older. I don't know what that is, but there were people like that in the office. So there wasn't just people that were young and stuff like that. There was and I think he was also seeing like really young kids for like surgical, you know, incision healing as well. So I will say this, is that I don't think we should judge so much as to what plastic surgeons do, because I think the most typical thing when you hear plastic surgeons is, oh, you're getting something done to your face, or you're getting like a boob job or something like that. It's not always what people think it is. Like, I felt that way too, and even though I have seen a plastic surgeon and stuff like that, would I want to go back? No, I don't want to go back, because I don't like going to places where I don't feel comfortable in an environment, and to me, I just don't get a good vibe or feeling of that. Now, that's just me. Now, I don't know how other people feel about that, or how they can deal with, you know, getting plastic surgery and stuff like that, and feeling confident and stuff like that. I don't understand how that works, but for someone that never had a desire to want to have anything done to herself, but was going there for, you know, a recovery process after getting foot surgery that wasn't healing properly from you know, an incision that was not healing properly, and had to get seen by a plastic surgeon to make sure it would heal properly. I was glad to go do it for those purposes, but there's no other desires that I actually would want as this whole healing, as getting anything else done. I just don't. I love the body that I am. I love the way I look, and there's something else I want to change. I know I have horrible teeth looking. That's the only thing that bothers me, but can't do much of that. Reason why my teeth look the way they are is because I took medicine for years, and literally they stained my teeth. Oh, and if you're wondering about this lip color, I decided to go try something spooky for Halloween season. So I'm wearing one of these Wet n Wild liquid catsuit metallic lipsticks from their Skull collection. It's in Gunmetal Heart. I've been wearing this on my lips, in case anybody is wondering why my lips kind of look almost bluish or ghostly looking. I've been wearing this. I thought it was something different, since it was wearing a skull, so I figured, why not? At least it's a pretty skull. But yeah, I don't have any desire. There's no desire whatsoever to go get any plastic surgery. Now, what I can give you an update on that's something a little more positive about my recovery healing. So I'm going to insert some little videos somewhere over here. You sleepy, Rose? She's sleepy. I will show you a video that I shot before I think this was on the 29th. Maybe. Is this on the 29th? Maybe. It's sitting here on my phone, so I can't remember. But this is one of the first videos I shot during that period of time where my foot was healing after I believe I just got the little matchsticks put on my foot. That, no, I did not feel the pain, which I'm sure if most people have feeling in their feet, they would feel it burning away on them. But I didn't feel nothing, which is probably a good thing. So I have that video, and then I have an updated video that I recorded today, that you'll see, which I will insert right here. So, and that's what it looks like today. So, most of everything has been flaked off. Everything has flaked off on its own because I'm not sitting here peeling things off. And a lot of the skin is rehealing itself very slowly but surely. So it takes a little bit of a process because, as you guys know, I had tons of blisters all over my foot, which were not pretty. They were disgusting. I even was having problems looking at them for weeks because they were literally sackets filled with liquid that had to burst on their own for weeks. I had to look at them. My mom even almost died looking at them because she had to help me, you know, do that because I'm one person. I can't sit here and bend and do it myself because literally it was a lot of work. So the skin is still healing, so it does look a little bit, I think, red in certain spots. But what I can say is and I have been walking, and in case anybody has been wondering, I am walking. I am walking now. I started walking a little bit here and there, you know, during August while I was having to go to these appointments and stuff like that. So I was allowed to start walking. Like, after the July appointments for my orthopedics, he told me I could start walking, but I was not ready. I felt that I wasn't ready yet. So I started walking around here and there in August, while going to my appointments and while going to Target. I went to Target in August, walked around a lot, and did like kind of like trying on clothes and stuff. I was looking at the new brands and I was getting like a feel and getting like ideas in my head for videos and stuff that I wanted to do. So I did learn how to walk while being in Target, here and there, on and off a little bit, and I was scooting around for the most part for a while on this pink chair that you see all throughout the apartments. Thank goodness there's no stairs, and there's all one floor, stuff like that. So I was doing that for a while, and then I decided that, you know, it was time to start getting a walking on. So I've been walking around since what, September on my foot, like on both feet, like with no braces on. As you guys know, I wear braces on my feet, which, let me show you guys. I have one to show you. I'm not gonna get both, but you guys know I wear braces on my legs. So this is my way that I can walk outside. I can't walk outside without these. These are the thing that make me keep going. So yeah. Oh, and they stay in my shoes so that they're nice and fully stretched out, because my braces kind of are like a little bit wider and stuff than the actual shoe. So I haven't been able to actually wear my other brace, my left brace. So when I've been going out, I've been wearing just the right brace in my right leg, and then I've been wearing just the little bootie that the orthopedics gave me for a while I've been going out here and there. I've been going out I've been going out a little bit here and there. Like, I went to go visit my grandparents, and then you know, I was going to my plastic surgeon that I went to go see, and then I was going to Target and stuff here and there, so I was going out here and there a little bit. Oh, and I had to go to see other doctors within the time of my recovery. I had to go get a bladder ultrasound done here and there. So yeah, I've still been on the meds, but which this brings me to is that tomorrow I will actually have to go. I actually am going to go get my left brace remade because I don't fit in my left brace anymore since the surgery. So the surgery, my foot was shaped to the brace that it was. So since my foot is now completely flat, there's not really like this kind of curved arch that it used to have because I was walking on my heel and stuff. It's not there. So when I was trying to fit my foot into the left brace, it did not sit flat in it, and I was like, I can't walk in a brace that's not made to fit my foot anymore. So I finally have an appointment to go see my brace doctor tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to vlog that, getting my left brace made. I do have a whole video of getting my braces made and how that process works. So if you have missed that, I'm gonna try to link it down below for you guys. I'm gonna try to remember. But that's when I'm gonna get done tomorrow. So that's gonna happen, and then it should be about a week or two until I get it back for myself. So yeah, it usually takes like either a week or two to get the brace back, because they send them off to another place so they can get the pattern on and stuff like that. I like the pattern that I have on these. It has like butterflies and roses and hearts and little birdies, which is something I kind of like, and it has black little stripes and padding and stuff. So there's that. And then also what I wanted to mention real quick is that the only thing I feel different in my foot is actually the bottom of my heel of my left foot. The pressure has been released on it quite a lot. Like, it is super soft and squishy now, because before it used to be really hard, and that was the problem and the reason why I had the surgery in the first place. So the pressure has moved a lot off of my heel. But what I don't understand is why there's so much kind of like puffiness like all in the front of my foot now. I don't know if that's going to go down at some point. I'm hoping it does. Next time I go see the orthopedics, I'm going to go ask them. It doesn't seem to be causing any problems for me. But, you know, I thought it was going to end up with, you know, like a more skinnier, kind of, you know, flatter foot, you know, like, you know. But my foot did receive a lot of trauma from the surgery, so, you know, hopefully within a year on May 18th, when the time comes, I'm hoping my foot looks like it's in a better place than it does now. It looks good now, to somewhat of the most part, but I'm hoping it looks even better in a year, because I would be so happy if it does. You know, that's just the goal and stuff. That's all I pretty much have to say to you guys at this moment of time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know. Give it a big thumbs up. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to get back to you with a good answer if I can. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And until next time, have a beautiful and magical day, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.